So I got the driver door done. This is actually just the paint first. I'm gonna clear coat it in a bit. Fender's done too, it's in the back. I already wet sanded it, that one's already done, so I'm taking it off right now so I won't get any overspray and ruin it. So we're gonna let this dry up and then clear coat it and wet sand it later on. So the mirrors are done. You just gotta clean it up. But this is the fender. This is the finished part of the fender. It's like super reflective, it's really good. This is actually a really easy color to wet sand and make it look super shiny. It's a little bit dusty because it's been sitting out for a couple days. It's been like 2 days, I think. So you can see all the dust right there. It's like really dusty. But yeah, right now I finished the door. So the door is still not wet sanded, but it's almost reflective. It's pretty good. But I'm gonna wet sand that in like an hour or two. I'm gonna go pick up a new steering wheel for the car. That's done, and yeah. All right, guys. So now I let this dry up for a good maybe like 3-4 hours, like 3 hours probably. Ignore this. I'm gonna paint this later on. I'm thinking of doing white. But that's gonna be later on in the future. You can see this is still wet. This is without wet sanding yet. This is just all dried up. It still looks kind of reflective, but just obviously not enough to make it look like it's actual good paint. So I'm gonna show you guys how to wet sand. So right now I'm using, let me see, I'm using 1500 grit, which is basically like just kind of like rough paper. Best thing to do is get a sponge, make sure it's clean. You can have soap in it, it doesn't matter. Make sure to get a clean bucket of water. You know, let that soak in so it can be really like soft. The reason I'm saying a sponge is because you're gonna cut a certain length for it, and the sponge is gonna help you get kind of like a smoother surface, I guess. So when you're gonna be doing it, you're gonna get like really smooth. It's gonna be better. So as you can see, when it gets wet, this is what a lot of people kind of have a tough time with. This is when it's wet. You see how the water doesn't stick to it? It kind of just like rolls off. So let's focus it. So the water just kind of like rolls off. We don't want that. We want the water to stick and make it look reflective after we're done wet sanding. So with 1500 grit for a color like this will be easier because this is a dark color. So we gotta go with like a lighter paper. If it feels like maybe like a gray, white or something, maybe 1000 grit would be fine. We're using 1500 for this. I got a new steering wheel, by the way. Forgot to mention that, but it's a wood grain deep dish Nardi with the black face. So yeah, I'm gonna wet sand. I'm gonna show you guys the results, how it should look after it's wet sanded. You don't want no orange peel. Maybe a little bit will be fine. It won't make that big of a difference. But I mean, a little bit. If you leave kind of too much of orange peel, then it'll make a difference. But just a little bit wouldn't hurt. And I'll show you guys that right now when I start wet sanding a good little piece, and I'll show you guys. Okay, so this is the difference of what I'm trying to let you guys know. This is after the paint's been dried up. This is after wet sand. You see how it looks like it's really faded and it's like really soft. That's fine. Once you buff it, it's gonna come out really shiny. I don't know if I can focus it anywhere, but you can see maybe some little, I don't know if you can see it. Like right there, that little thing right there, right? I don't know if you guys can see that right there. But that's a little bit of orange peel. And I mean like that's fine. Very little, it's okay. There's kind of a lot right here. So I gotta fix that. This is not what you guys want. This is what you want to take off. So this is how it should be after it's done. Let me try to make it better here. You can see the reflection right there. It looks really good. See the reflection? Yeah. That's how it should come out once you're done wet sanding. I messed up a little bit. Let me see. Let me turn on the light. And then I don't know if you guys can see from right here somewhere. There's a lot of scratches. I might have went a little too hard, or maybe the brand new paper might have scratched it a little bit. But what I could do, I could probably go and wet sand it a little bit more with a softer one and finish it off and rebuff it again. But overall, it all came out really good. And I already got the fender done and the side skirt done. Next, I'm gonna do the rear quarter panel and then the rear bumper and then the other quarter panel, other door, front fender. Hood's gonna be last. I might do a carbon fiber hood. I'm not sure yet. Still debating, but yeah, it's all good. Alright, so that's the finished product of the door at the moment. Get the reflection. But later on I'm going to do this rear piece, but for now it's already done. Here's our done too. Got the car's fitment a little bit more dialed in. So the front's fitting right now. Fitting pretty good. Sticking out just enough. As well with the rear. I just put the spacers in the back, same thing, just sticking out just thick enough. It's really good. how the paint looks right now. Scratch to the second buff. See the reflection is really good. Yeah, so just got that done. As I said, I got a new steering wheel too. Looks really cool. And I was just messing with this right now. I was painting my rear subframe, all this other stuff. So it looks kind of cool too. Makes it look a little more cool-ish. Yeah, so you can see the fitment from here compared to this. Doesn't look good. Like, yes, this is rattle can. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that later. So I got that done. Oh, so loud. Got the front fender done. I mean, like the front fitment, and got the rear fitment done up too. So I'm really happy how the car sits at this moment. It's a perfect height for me. The way the fitment's sitting, the wheels sticking out, whatever. Like I think it's perfect. This side exactly fixed it too. When I did that, got some chicken wire for the hood vents. You can see that right there. And then let me see. Car's really dirty, so ignore all of that. It's really dusty. I think I already showed you guys that I got a new steering wheel. See, yeah, I got a new steering wheel. It's a wood grain, already. It's a black deep dish, and I also extended my hydro, made it a little bit taller. Before it was sitting like right here, so I made it a lot taller so I can have more leverage. Got that done. Yeah, I think maybe tomorrow I'll film. Ivan just got bucket seats too, so he wants me to do his bracket for his. So I might be doing that. I'll probably film that tomorrow, and then making a harness bar for him as well too. Because we're gonna be hitting Grange maybe February, I think. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, we're trying to shoot for that. Hopefully that comes through and that happens. But yeah, car is almost done. Not really almost done. It's like a quarter of it done. But gonna get that next. Rear bumper, other quarter panel, go on and on. Hood, I'm gonna make it carbon fiber, but I'm gonna wrap it carbon fiber. New carbon fiber hood is too expensive. Paint that's gonna be really tough, so I'd rather just get a carbon fiber wrap and do that to make it look at least somewhat decent. And yeah, cool. Another little thing, I painted the rivets gold. Lugnut's gold. I'm doing a little gold accent on little stuff, so maybe like the door handle might be gold. I'm not sure yet. I might keep it like that. I don't know. These are just little ideas, but it's gonna be a green and gold accent. What is up, guys? So today I'm gonna be finishing up my rear quarter panel. I just picked up more paint. I'm gonna go ahead and prep it in a little bit right now. Once I'm done prepping it, I'm gonna go ahead and primer it, wet sand the primer, paint it, and show you guys basically all the steps that I'm gonna do. I didn't make a chest mount or anything, but I'm gonna try and hold the camera while I'm painting, but I can't promise you guys that I'm gonna be able to do that, because for like the 8th time I'm kicked out of my garage again, because apparently a lot of overspray that gets on everything, and my dad doesn't like it too much and he gets kind of mad about it. So I'm back out here again painting outside. It's kind of cold, so I don't know how good this is actually gonna come out, because this came out really good as well with this, but this is outside, but it's in the daytime, so this came out good. Hopefully the being outside doesn't ruin this, but I'm gonna try my best and get that looking really good. I'm gonna try my best to show you guys between every little step at the same time I really can, because I'm gonna be holding a heat gun or a blow dryer to be heating up the paint to help it dry up, since we're gonna be out here. So I'm gonna try my best. I can't promise you guys too much, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do that right now. And then I also bought more paint stripper or aircraft remover to remove the ugly paint on my my drift spares. So right now I'm gonna take them out here and I'm gonna start hitting them with that the paint stripper. Hopefully I can take all the paint off and maybe make those look good. Maybe resell them so I can get some better drift spares, but in the moment, or at the meantime, I'm just gonna do whatever I can with them to make them look nice for now. So when I do go drifting, which might be within February, I believe. So yeah, I want to have some good looking wheels at least while I'm drifting and stuff like that. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and bring them in here, just get them ready for the paint stripper and then the primer of the car, etc, etc. So yeah, we're gonna go and do that right now. Okay, so just like I said, I probably wouldn't be able to show you guys step by step, because I'm trying to let it dry, and at the same time I'm not trying to let it dry too much so I can give full good passes. This is without clear coat. This is already the last coat I did. I used 2 full of these little cans. 2 of them perfectly enough. I did the doors. I did the fender with doors with 2, fenders were 1, and it fit enough, so that should be good. Gonna let that dry up just a little bit. I'm gonna keep heating it up with the blow dryer, then hit it with clear coat, and I'll show you guys how that comes out, and then unmask everything, let it dry up for a little bit, and then we'll go with the wet sanding and all that. So yeah, this is a second coat of clear. It's still really like blurry and stuff like that. I'm gonna give it 2 more coats and we should be good with that, and we're gonna let it dry up. Second coat already, letting it dry a little bit. I'm gonna hit it with the third one in a bit. Just look it out, it's already looking pretty good. And yeah. Okay guys, so I'm gonna be wet sanding right now. I'm gonna show you guys how I personally do it. I'm gonna get some more lighting in here. I'm using a 1500 grit and a piece of soap, like I said last time. You dip it in water and you start sanding. You can go in circles or straight lines, whichever is better for you. You keep going until the water sticks like this. You see how the water, it looks like it's actually like completely wet, instead of having it like this. See how it doesn't stick? But if you do it right here, it'll stick perfectly fine. That's how you want it. So you're gonna keep wet sanding until it gets to that. Do the whole thing. It's gonna take a good while. It's not gonna be the fastest thing ever, but you can go back and forth, give a different, like, you know, get it over with a little bit faster. And you keep doing that around the whole thing, the whole panel, or whatever you paint. And you keep going and going and going. Now once you're done doing the whole thing, it should all be like this. The water should stick like that, and I'll show you guys how it looks when it's done. Okay, so this is basically how it should look like after you're done wet sanding. I mean, you know, this is all the clear coat. This is all the extra of the clear coat that basically you laid. The purpose of wet sanding is basically you're making everything one layer. That's why it looks so reflective, because when you're painting it, obviously the cans are not they're not spreading the paint correctly as if you were with the gun. So when you wet sand, you're making everything one layer and making it reflective. It's I don't know if that really makes that much sense, but that's the way it works. It should look like this right now basically, and then this is what I mean when you wet it. How the water should stick. I'm gonna get a sponge and look how everything just like stays all wet and watery. See how everything sticks. Everything looks good. Just make sure to do everything just to make sure you passed over everything really good. So that's how the water should be sticking to it, like I said. Right now I'm gonna dry it up, and I'm just gonna buff a small little piece so I can show you guys how reflective it comes out. So I'm gonna dry it up right now. So I got my towel and dry it. Get everything out the way. And then once you're done drying everything up, make sure to get all the little clean spots that got exposed to the dirty water. And get everything out of the way. So I'm gonna let this dry up completely, and I'll show you guys. Right here, I probably gotta go over a little bit more because this is still a little bit of orange peel. I'll show you guys can tell. See that right there? It's a little bit of orange peel. But, yeah, I'm gonna let this dry up, and I'll show you guys the little piece that I'll buff out, and I'll show you guys that. I'm using Meguiar's rubbing compound. Make sure to get this one. This one works really good. The one I used to use before would take me about 3 or 4 passes with the machine to start making it look reflective. But with this, with one pass, it'll make it look really good. Once you give it the second or third pass, it's gonna look completely mirror. This works really good, so make sure to get this if you're gonna be doing stuff like this. I'm not gonna use the machine right now because it's a little late right now. It's 11 at night, so I don't want to be waking up my neighbors. It's kind of loud. So I'm just gonna add a little piece right here where that's where it landed. So I'm gonna add a little bit, and then I'm gonna get a rag. Make sure it's a clean microfiber. This you use after you're done buffing it with the machine, but I'm gonna use it for now. I'll be going in circles. Blah blah. Since you're doing it with your hand, make sure to get it a little bit deep. Don't be scared to put a little bit of pressure. Not too much, but just enough. And maybe since I'm doing it with my hand and I don't have a machine, I might have to do like maybe 2 or 3 passes, but we're gonna try this out right now. We're gonna make sure we got all of the cream all the way around. Alright, now we're just gonna clean it up. As you can see there, it's reflective. You can see this light through there. Can't really focus it because it's night and it won't work too good. But let me go a little bit higher so you can see that too.